Hello, future Grandmasters. There are a lot of updates that I have to give you. Obviously, the last video was a recap of my match against Dubov, and there was also, I posted a clip of my win against Lazic. I've been focusing on my preparation for Las Vegas. If you don't know, there was a qualifier for the Las Vegas freestyle event, and it was a 16-player knockout. In the first round, I defeated Rasmus Svane. Then I defeated former world champion Ding Liren. After that, I defeated his Chinese compatriot Yu Yangyi. And in the final, I was paired with Denis Lazic. It was a nail biter. And I'm going to show one of my victories against Lazic in the game. But I wanted to first sort of catch up with you guys and the future Grandmasters. I want to get back in the rhythm of posting recaps and documenting the journey. This sort of Journey World Champion series where I would do a video every day was a bit too much and a bit too distracting. But coming up to Vegas, I'm going to sort of give some insight into my training. I've been playing a lot of training games in preparation for Vegas. Obviously, when you prepare for a regular classical event, you are preparing your openings, you're looking at your opponents, you're checking the repertoires, you're seeing, what your repertoire is going to look like. But in 960 in freestyle, there's really nothing you can do other than just play and familiarize yourself with freestyle, different positions, and it's just practice, which I certainly enjoy. So today I'm going to show you guys a victory against Denis Lazic. Obviously, I'm going to discuss some of the details of the tournament in Vegas, look at the field. Let's first go just to look at the entire field. So this is the full lineup that was announced. You have Magnus Ikarov, Fabi, Levon, Wesley, Parham, it's a bit cut off, Prague, me, Sindarov. Then you have Arjun, Noderbeck, Dominguez, Parham, Vincent, Jan, Vidit, Bibisara. So I'm not, I'm pretty sure that 4 of them are alternates, or the bracket's really weird, but obviously in all of the best players in the world, I think all of the top 10 is there. I think most of the top 10 should be there. So it's going to be a really, really tough field. Obviously, this is my first super tournament in America since Singfield Cup, and this is actually my first super tournament that I haven't played a super tournament since the Singfield Cup. So this is an amazing opportunity. I'm really, really motivated. So let's look at one of my games. So in the final, I was playing Denis Lazic, and I will. By the way, I'm using ENDGAME to recap the games. This is ENDGAME.AI, in case you're curious. So he plays e4, e5. So the position looks quite normal. Whenever the queens are in the corner, sort of the activating the queens is always a important detail. Plays b3, attacking the pawn, knight c6, f6, 3 f6, knight c3. And here I played knight b6, which I kind of now regret, which I regret immediately after playing it. The most logical was just to play knight e7 to play d5. Keep in mind that some beginners might not be familiar with the freestyle castling rules, but you can actually castle. The rook stays on d8. Knight b6 after a4, I kind of look stupid. I played a5, but now I allow him to take, and now I have the whole on d5, the whole on b5. The bishop's not great, and I got off to a bad start. Played bishop c5. He takes. Now I can't castle anymore on the king side. Knight d5, and then this was a very annoying moment because you might notice I played castles. So there's this bug where I was considering king f7, and then before I clicked the king, and then instead of right-clicking before, I then clicked the rook, which caused you to castle. Because I was thinking rook c8, knight b4 is the strongest move, because if check, you just move over, and then this sort of counter. So knight b4 is a hard move to find. So I was already feeling terrible here. I went king b8, c3, queen a6, queen b1, bishop d6. So if he castles, I could hope for knight e7. He played knight e3, bishop c5. take, knight c4. You know, here I guess he was already a bit frustrated because d4 is what he wants to play, but now I can play queen b6, and let's say queen d3. Now I play d5. The point being that if takes, you know, this was the initial intention, but I guess now there's rook d1. But I could play knight c6, and then f5, rook d6, f4. You know, I was just planning to play this, and you know, this was the main point. You know, the pin is quite dangerous. Instead, he plays knight c4, and I was very, very happy to sacrifice this pawn. He takes the pawn. I go g6. You know, perhaps I should have just fully committed giving up both pawns, but I wasn't sure how to evaluate this. I thought I was being smart with g6. Apparently, after g3, this isn't great, but you know, queen e6, knight a5, rook d7, queen h4. It's not that obvious. You know, g5. It's not that obvious that you want to sort of g3 is not an easy move to play. Although it's preventing knight coming to f4, you also open up the black king. He plays queen h4, knight comes in f4. Now queen c6. I'm offering another pawn, which he takes. And then now he's taken two pawns, both on the side of the board, but I've gained 5 tempos. I'm attacking the king. Rook e1, now rook h5 was a strong move. Rook h5, rook h8. You know, and you know, now I played knight d3, which is a mistake. He could have, you know, now he sort of gives up the exchange. I miscalculated. After here, he has this very strong move, knight h3. Even he could play queen h5. I should have been a bit more patient. You know, apparently this was very strong. And now e4, and then king g1. Of course, the obvious move, knight h3 check. You know, this would be, let's say, a bit more natural, but again, incredibly difficult to evaluate. And at this point, I played takes and queen d7, and then g4 was just, again, it was incredibly tense. I had all this extra time. I have 6 minutes against 48 seconds. I should just play queen d7 first, attacking the pawn. Now if knight g4, then I just take and take. And if g4 now, then f5. Still not that clear. Like rook e2, knight f4 is the point. And I'm sort of breaking through, but this was a cold shower. But still, I had a time edge. It was under pressure. Knight c4. Now I played e4, rook d5, f5. I'm opening things up. Queen d8. Here again, like a6, best move. If king takes d4, and the queen comes to a2. He plays queen g3. I play f4, rook h3, and then here only move knight a3. You know, backwards knight moves are notoriously difficult. Rook e2. But now, at this moment, I was really, really proud of the move I found. Rook f5. So I spent about 30 seconds here. I felt like there had to be something. Rook f5, taking advantage of this pin. He gives a check. I don't take back first. I give a check to take, check. And now you would, you know, he has technically materials actually even, where he's up because he has a rook and knight, which are 8, and he has an extra 2 pawns. So technically he's up material, but his pieces don't really coordinate that well. b3 is a bit weak. f4, king a6. I'm just running the king up. I take, and then I'm pushing. You know, apparently I should have given a check first, just to, because now if he goes here, I give a check. He can go back, and I can't take because of here. But again, low time. He's in time pressure. Pushing. Now it's just a matter of technique. If he continued doing this, I would just do the up, you know, zigzag until I pick up the d2 pawn. But then I forced the king to g2, and then I just brought my king in, and he's in Zugzwang now. So this was a really, really big win. I actually lost the next game in terrible fashion. I was completely winning, and then we drew 2 games, and I won the Armageddon, which was really, really big. But this sort of, at least, I took control of the match, and at least I was never down. And managed to pull through the Armageddon. So obviously, Lazic beat some extremely strong players on the way to the final. He beat Fedoseev, who who won the previous online qualifier and is an sort of extremely strong 960 player, and he beat I think a lot of other top MVL. So this was an extremely tough qualifier. And do not forget, if you guys watch, I won this on my birthday. So it could not have been scripted any better to win this on my birthday and to qualify to Vegas. And honestly, I'm so excited to play in Vegas. It's amazing to play in American soil. And also, my chess career, one of the first big international tournaments that I played was actually in Las Vegas. When I was 9 years old, I was around 1200. I played in the National Open, which is every June. And I continued competing in Vegas every June and every December. There are big open tournaments. And I have amazing, let's say memories from my childhood. And this is my first time going to Vegas since I turned 21. So I'm not going to be ID'd and attacked and ambushed. The last time I was in Vegas, I was with some friends and they were playing slots and I was standing with them and they asked me for my ID. Can't even watch my friends gamble in peace. Now, I suppose Vegas will be a little bit more fun, but chess will be the ultimate focus. Again, as we've shown, this is an amazing field. I've been preparing a lot. If you guys are going to be there, it's going to be great to watch and meet the fellow future grandmasters. I'm going to try to post recaps. I'm trying to get a videographer. I want to post some vlogs for the tournament, document the journey. I think this is going to be a breakthrough tournament. Because the last time I got an opportunity like this was the Singfield Cup, and you guys, know what I made of that opportunity and who I defeated and how well I played. So I think that the history is going to repeat itself. I've been working really hard. I've been waiting for an opportunity like this for months, if not years. So to all of you who have supported me from the lowest moments to now, I sincerely appreciate that. And I'm going to continue documenting the journey and hope to post on YouTube more. So like, comment, subscribe. If you have not played on Endgame yet, ENDGAME.AI is the new chess platform that I've launched. We're going to have a lot of tournaments. We're going to have daily prize money tournaments. As you can see, we've got analysis. We're going to have game analysis. We're going to have a lot of amazing features that will be launching very soon. So I will see you guys in the next video. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace.